Hello guys, in today's video we'll be looking at GRE Tunnel. We'll be configuring basic GRE Tunnel and I'll be guiding you through the setup process. So in this topology, the first would be to configure the adequate IP addresses as indicated in this topology. So beginning with the first site, the site one, I will configure the router interfaces with the designated IP addresses. So I'll configure the host name to be lag, like short for Lagos. Then I will configure the IP addresses. So this is interface G0/0. Oh, pardon me. It is interface G0/0/0. Oh yeah. Okay. IP address 172.16.43.1 255.255.252 /30 to shut down. Exit. Then I will configure the LAN facing part of the router, which is the gigabit 0/1 interface gigabit 0/0/1 IP address 1.0.0.1 255.0.0.0 no shutdown because it's a /8. So we'll configure that, we'll exit. Let me configure the other router, the Accra router. Enable config terminal, host name, Accra. So interface gigabit 0/0/0 IP address 184.19.60.1 255.255.255.252 no shutdown. Then for the LAN facing interface, exit interface gigabit 0/0/1 IP address 2.0.0.1 255.0.0.0 no shutdown because it's /8. You can see the interface is changed it off, so exit. Now before we proceed, let me quickly configure other routers in the topology. So configure this G0/1. So host name Ghana, interface gigabit 0/1, IP address 184.19.60.2 255.255.252 no shutdown. Exit. Then the other facing the ISP, interface gigabit 0/0 IP address 200.20.0.1 255. Okay, let me use 0.2 here. 255.255.252 no shutdown. Exit. Okay. So I'll do same for the ISP router. Host name ISP 0/1. Interface gigabit 0/1. IP address 200.20.0.1 255.255.252 no shutdown. Exit. Then the other interface of the router, interface gigabit 0/0 IP address 100.10.0.1 255.255.252 no shutdown. Exit. So I'll repeat This for the Nigerian router. Click the terminal. Host name Nigeria. So this interface gigabit 0/1, interface gigabit 0/1, IP address 172.16.43.2, 255.255.255.2, no trigger, exit, and the other interface gigabit 0/0, IP address 100.10.0.2, 255.255.252, no shutdown. Great. So now that we've configured the IP address across board, so let me ensure that the IP address is correct. But yeah, perfect. So back to this router, the Nigerian router. I'll configure RIP routing on all three routers. So let me quickly name this as the uh, service. Make this a service provider network. Yeah. So okay, so I would configure all three routers within the service provider network using RIP. So router RIP. Pardon me, package size is not case sensitive, so be it caplog or small letters, it will all work. So version 2 network. So I'll advertise the network, which is 172.16.43.0 network 100.0.0. Okay, then I will do no auto summary. Okay, so I'll repeat the same for the ISP router RIP version 2 network 100.10.0.0 network 200.20.0.0. No auto summary, exit. Then finally this router RIP version 2 network 184.19.60.0 network 200.20.0.0. No auto summary. Good. So exit from the interface, then to show IP route to verify our routing table. I think there's mixed up, sorry. Okay, hold on, let me quickly check. To show IP route. Oh, perfect. So this is already uh, populating RIP routes. As you can see, denoted by the arrow later. Likewise for this, to show IP route. Yeah, this is also populating RIP routes, and let me see what the problem with this is. Okay, to show IP routes. Yeah, okay, it took time. I think RIP was taking time to learn the route, so and here it is. So all three routers are now participating in RIP routing, and they can all reach each other. So to test, I can quickly ping this interface of the router. So this is 110.0.2. So I can quickly test through ping 110.0.2, and you can see successful. So now to create the GRE tunnel, first let me state that GRE tunnel is not a very strong tunnel as compared to the IPsec tunnel. So your data traffic are not entirely encapsulated, but it is highly recommended that you know how to configure basic GRE configurations for a CCNA. So to create the tunnel, I've come back to my, okay, first, before I create the tunnel, let me do show IP route so you can see my entire routing table, and you could see only the connected and local routes are present in my routing table between the Lagos router, and if I do the same for the Accra router, only the local route and the connected route. So let me configure GRE tunnel. So to configure GRE tunnel, we enable the GRE interface tunnel 0. So I could choose this 0 is an arbitrary number. I could choose any number of my choice. But one thing to pay attention to that is whatever number you choose must be consistent across both devices, tunneling. So you could see the interface change state to up. Then I can enter my IP address, which is this IP address here, 192.168.54.1, 255.5.5.252, because it's slash 30. Then I'll do tunnel source. So here I'll specify the outgoing interface, which is this interface here, and I need to use the gigabit 0/0/0 to be sure. Yes, it is. Okay. Then tunnel destination would be this network here, the destination network, which is 184.19.60.1. Yeah, .1. Just wanted to be sure. Okay. Then tunnel mode GRE IP exit. That's basically it. Basic GRE configuration. So I would repeat exactly the same for the Accra router interface tunnel 0. See change state to IP address. Same IP address 192.168.54.2, 255.5.5.0. I'm sorry, that's 252 because that's the slash 30. Then tunnel source. That's outgoing interface or outbound interface, however you choose to call it. Gigabit 0/0/0. Then although you could also specify an IP address rather than an interface. So I could choose to specify the IP address which would be IP address on this interface. So tunnel destination would be this network 172.16.43.1 to be double sure. Yeah, 43.1. Then tunnel mode GRE IP exit. Okay, so to confirm our configuration, we will show IP interface brief. We'll see tunnel interface has been configured and it has an IP. Status is up, but it is down. And that's because there's no route. Let me quickly show you. That's because there's no route on the routing table that's indicating passage to this network. Before I show you, let me also confirm that it's same on the Lagos router. to show IP interface brief. Same thing. So you will also see the tunnel has been created. The tunnel interface is up. The IP assigned, it is up on the status, but it is down on the protocol. So if you do show IP routes, you will see that there is no route to this network, to the tunnel's network, which is why it is showing down on the protocol. So to enable that, or to bring back, or to bring up the route to populate on the routing table, indicating the route to the tunnel, you just quickly assign a static IP. So I could do a default, sorry, not a static IP, even though we could assign a default route. So I will do a static default route. So to do that, IP route 0.0.0.0 for the network, 0.0.0.0 for the subnet mask. Then the next hop in this case is 172.168.43.2, 172.16.43.2. You will see line interface up. So let's quickly check again. We'll show IP interface brief, and see protocol is up, status is up. Then do show IP route, and you would see there is now a route in the routing table that leads to the tunnel, right? So moreover, you have to repeat the same for the other end of the tunnel. So configuring a static route, IP route 0.0.0.0 for the network, 0.0.0.0 for the subnet mask, and this interface, which is 184.19.60.2. That's my next hop, and you will see the interface came up. Now let's verify. Do show IP interface brief, and you see tunnel is now in up state. So tunnel is up, and do show IP route. You'll also see there is a route to the tunnel. Likewise, there is a static route assigned. So at this section, we have created a GRE tunnel, the basic GRE tunnel, and we can ping from both routers. So to verify that our configurations are all perfectly working, let's ping. So I am on the Accra router. Obviously, the Accra router is the 192.168.54.2. So, but to verify, let me ping. Do ping 192.168.54.2. You can see ping successfully. Then let me ping. Do ping 192.168.54.1, which is the Lagos router. Oh, I think this is an error from my end. Okay, yeah, let me repeat that. Do ping 192.168.54.1, and you can see it pinged successfully. ARP failed the first time, but the other responses were correct. So if I repeat that same ping, and you see it ping successfully. So that's it. Basically, it's how to configure a basic GRE tunnel. And let me ping from the Lagos one to Accra to ping 192.168.54.2. Can ping successfully. Right, ping.1. I can ping successfully. So you will see .1 was successful and .2 was also successful. So that's basically it. So that's basic steps in creating a GRE tunnel. And I think to ping between the devices, I could quickly configure RIP routing on this both routers, so they could also um, allow our devices to ping, because at this point, if I try pinging from PC1 to PC2, it will fail, because all we only did was to create a tunnel. So let me assign a static IP to PC1, 1.0.0.5, 1.0.0.1 for PC2, 2.0.0.5, 2.0.0.1. All right. Okay. So if I try pinging PC2 from PC1, it will surely fail. IP config ping 2.0.0.5. Good. The reason why it fails is because RIP route has not been advertised on this router, so there is no way these both devices could ping themselves. So to first verify, we show IP interface, I'm sorry, IP route. So you see, make the two devices, the two PCs ping themselves. We just configure RIP route on this interface. So route RIP version 2, then network will advertise networks, which is 1.0.0.0 network 172.16.43.0. No auto summary, exit. Then we'll do same here. Router RIP version 2 network 2.0.0.0 network 184.19.60.0. No auto summary, exit. So to view our routing table, we will show IP route, and you can see root route has been propagated on our routing table, right? So we can ping from both PCs. So let me ping again and see if it goes through. Yeah, so ARP failed twice, but the third and the fourth went successfully. So if I try to ping again, you see a nice all pinging successfully. And if I try pinging from this PC2 to PC1 ping 1.0.0.5, you can see stopping successfully. So guys, thank you for watching, and that's all from Stay in touch for more videos. Thank you.